we go, Kyle. We are live.
We are live. How about that? We have figured out some technology today.
Yeah. Well, let's wait a couple minutes for people to join us. I mean, all kinds of messages going around the world now. GENEX Dairy is live.
Yeah, well, and I'm sure all of your adoring fans will be clamoring over it. We put the announcement out yesterday that you would be on, so
It's all about the host, Kyle. It's all about you. Like you got the most snow this week too of everybody in Wisconsin, I think.
we did. I mean, somebody's got to be willing to take one for the team every once in a while, and us folks over in Owen decided that we would do it. I mean, I've heard anywhere near me from 16 to over 2 feet.
Wow. So for those live now joined us, wondering what we're talking about. So late last week in northeast of the Wisconsin, where we were at. I'm about 3 hours north or so of Chicago, and 2.5 hours north of Madison. So anyway, we had like 30 degrees Celsius or about 80 degrees for a couple days. Then over the weekend, I guess. Maybe some Canadian air came in. I'm not sure what came in, but the temperature dropped to around freezing. And so Kyle was the lucky one and got like a foot of snow, about 30 centimeters or so. And we got just about a couple of centimeters out of that, about an inch or so, if that. So we were lucky ones.
Sometimes it's just better to be lucky. But I mean, if anybody's looking and they want to come build a snowman, I've got enough snow in the yard. Come on over. Or test your skills. Maybe make a snow cow.
There we go.
There you go. A little black spray paint, and you could have a pretty nice Holstein in a hurry, I think.
Okay, let me see. There's people in the chat saying, hi, Kyle.
Well, hello to all of you as well.
Yeah. Welcome. Oh, sorry. That's your part. You should not interfere with that.
Don't be stealing my thunder now.
I know.
Jeez. Well, I don't know, Huub. I think we've given it a little bit of time. We got some folks in the chat. What do you say we get the show on the road? Or you think give them a couple more minutes?
I think we'll get going. So I guess the folks in the background are probably ready to take over the screen when they need to. So, Kyle, the floor is yours.
All right. Well, I just want to go ahead and start with a welcome to everybody. Thank you for joining us here today. As we wait here, hopefully we'll get some more people logging on, a few more viewers, our members, customers, welcome. We're excited for the chance to get to come here today and recognize some of our members and some of our team, their outstanding work over the last year as we do our official announcement for the winners of the GENEX Excellence in Reproduction and Genetics Awards. But first, I'll go ahead and introduce myself. For those who don't know me, I'm Kyle Westaby. Work for GENEX as a dairy area sales manager in the western part of Wisconsin. And I also had the pleasure of doing a lot of the calculations in the background for these awards as we went through the process to find our winners. But I'm also extremely excited that today I have GENEX's very own CEO, the legend himself, Mr. Huub has joined me to present these awards. So I'll go ahead and turn it over to Huub for a quick second so he can give you a welcome as well.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Kyle, for including me in this. So my name's Huub. So I serve the cooperative as CEO. Really very privileged to do that and work with high quality people like Kyle. Kyle, last year I think you were a Value Award winner. Maybe some people remember that from last year. I think see your plaque behind you there on the wall. So that's fantastic. I got the privilege to work with many people throughout our organization, and particularly proud to be working here today or announcing the Genetics and reproduction award winners, because at the end of the day, that's what genetics is all about. So we're a bovine organization, want to get cows pregnant, heifers pregnant as fast as we can, and with as high genetics as we can, so we get high quality calves born all the time. And that's what this is all about. And you will hear some amazing stats on these dairies that were nominated. And the competition is fierce. When you look at the number of dairies around the world that we do business with, Kyle, I know in the US we're just north of 10,000 or so that we do business with, but we can easily triple or quadruple that number if we include the entire world. So we're up to 40 to 50,000 dairies that we do business with, and all of those had the opportunity to be nominated by the staff. So again, this is really a great opportunity to recognize high performers. So high performers that are on the GENEX team. Very proud to be working with those team members, and also the most and the best performing dairies that we do business with. So with that short intro, and welcome on behalf of myself and GENEX, Kyle, back to you.
Thanks, Huub. What a wonderful introduction. And I think found it interesting. You did mention the Core Value Award. And yeah, that was just last year that I won that. And one thing that kind of just came to my mind as I'm thinking about these awards is, as you're aware, some of our viewers might not be, two of our core values are excellence and teamwork. And today, as we get to come on here and celebrate some of the excellence that we've seen in our industry and in our team and our dairies, I think we need to acknowledge that doesn't happen. Those results don't come along without outstanding teams and outstanding teamwork, whether it be the staff on those dairies, whether it be vets, nutritionists, agronomists, other consultants, our outstanding local GENEX sales staff, our technical services team, all of them working together to try to serve these members and to try to really gain more and more profitability, more and more sustainability in these dairies year over year. To win one of these awards, Huub said it's fierce competition. It is very tight, and the bar just keeps getting higher and higher, and it takes teamwork to do that. And I thought it was just interesting that you get to see one of GENEX's core values that we stand on so firmly on display in these as we celebrate some excellence. With that said, before we jump into these awards, I'll give those who aren't aware a little bit of a background. GENEX has been handing out these awards to our members for about a decade now, a little over actually. These farms are nominated by their local sales staff, and then at that point they go through a judging process where they are evaluated based on cow production, heifer reproduction, and genetics. The recipients at that point are broken down into different categories based on their size, their type of operation, as well as their location, so that we can give recognition to domestic and international herds alike. But with that said, without further ado, we'll jump into the winners, and I'll just give a few stats on each category, and then I'll give Huub the chance to announce them to everybody.
All right.
We're going to go ahead, start with our under 500 cow category. These were nominated. We saw some pretty impressive stats out of these farms, with pregnancy rates averaging 35%, conception rates that averaged 50%, and service rates upwards of 72%. I mean, these are stats that absolutely anyone would be proud of, which really shows some of the tough competition that our nominated farms had to compete with.
So yeah, thanks, Kyle. Yeah, those are some really amazing, impressive numbers on the brag rates, conception rates, and what have you, service rates. And so the platinum winner in the category 500 cows or less is Trotman Dairy out of Wisconsin. And they're not a stranger to this award. I think Kyle, you mentioned we've done this for 10 years, but the Trotman Dairy, Dan Trotman and his family and his staff has won this award 5 years in a row. So amazing. Congratulations to the Trotman Dairy staff, and also Lindsay Gaddis and the GENEX team. Congratulations to you as well. So Lindsay is the reproductive program service technician at Trotman's, and so congratulations to you as well on this great results.
Yeah, congratulations to Trotman Dairy.
And so then on the gold winner, so that is Dorich Dairy out of Minnesota. So nominator Anna Zai, so Anna's Dairy account manager and consultant. And so congratulations to both. And really also interesting on the Dorich Dairy is that this from the Volt family. So Richard Volt, actually, I think he's retired now, but he was longtime board member and delegate for the cooperative. So thank you, Rich, for all the time that you dedicated to the co-op for that. And of course, congratulations to the Dorich Dairy team. And you see a picture of them here, like with this great achievement. And I believe they were also last year a gold winner as well. Like I said earlier, there is fierce competition for gold, platinum, and what have you. So congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations to both. Congratulations to Dorich Dairy, Trotman Dairy, any of our other nominees. Absolutely outstanding job, everyone. With that, we'll kind of keep this ball rolling here. We'll jump into our next category, which is going to be our 500 to 2,000 cow category. Again, Huub, it's kind of a common throughout all of these, some exceptional results in each category. This one, we took even a little bit higher jump. We started seeing pregnancy rates that were just under 30%, with conception rates at about 52% and service rates at 75%. So with that said, let's go ahead and recognize some of these winners.
Yeah, thanks, Kyle. Really impressive stats again, and I love it when you brought up teamwork, because at the end of the day, it comes down to teamwork, focused on what needs to happen on these dairies. Teams from GENEX, along with teams on these dairies, working hard to get to results. And results is one of our culture statements that we live by at GENEX, and that's results, not just the result of the cooperative itself as an organization, but also results on farm, of course. And really happy to be able to recognize here Lawnell Farms out of New York as the platinum winner in the category between 500 and 2,000 cows. And also congratulations to Ben Giese. So Ben is the dairy account manager and consultant that works a lot with the Lawnell Farm in New York. And so congratulations to all. And actually, so Lawnell Farm is a new nominee and really steamed into the category to the first place and got the platinum award here. So congratulations. Now the runner-up, the gold award here is Rudinger Farms of Wisconsin, with nominator Dr. Kim Egan. So Kim is the director of strategic accounts, and congratulations to both. Also, congrats to the Rudinger family, not a stranger to GENEX. As you see on the picture here, John Rudinger on the left-hand side is a longtime board president or board chair of the cooperative. So thank you, John, and also a big thank you to your family, because I know your role within the governance of GENEX and within the governance of Eurus takes you away from the farm many times, and then the work comes to everybody else on this picture and some more. So congratulations, Rudinger family and staff and the GENEX team working with Rudinger Farms on getting this accomplished.
Yeah, congratulations to both farms. Neat to see in this category, like Huub mentioned, we get Lawnell Farms, a new name that we haven't seen in these awards before, just kind of jumping into prominence. And then we get Rudinger Farms, who, although they might not have won 5 years in a row like Trotman's or Dorich Dairy, that they've been a pretty consistent winner of the GENEX awards in the past. The team out there at Rudinger Farms has done an outstanding job of sustaining some very high results. So congratulations, everybody. At this point, we'll go jump in. This is going to be our largest category of farms. This is going to be the 2,000 cows and over. We saw, again, a little bit of a jump in these farms. Pregnancy rates up over 40% at 41, conception rates at 55%, and one of probably the most amazing stats, in my opinion, was the service rates topping 84%. That's almost unheard of.
Yeah.
Just to be nominated along with these herds that average this is something you should be proud of, let alone to these winners that you get to announce.
Yeah, thanks, Kyle. Yeah, no, amazing stats. And when you hear preg rates of 41% in these large operations, it's just an amazing result. I mean, I remember the time that preg rates were in the low teens, and there were a lot of discussions within the industry, like what's going on and how can we improve the cows and how can we improve results. And the combination of genetic selection and on-farm management, those combinations of teamworks of a GENEX team along with producers out there has led to like these amazing preg rate results that like I said, it's maybe about 2 decades ago or so that low teens were not the norm, but we would hear that a fair bit, and slowly but surely we got up to like in the 20s, and now the really the extreme performers like Pleasant View Farms from Pennsylvania with a Platinum Award winner here, like over 40% preg rate. So congratulations to Pleasant View Farms, and also to nominator again, Ben Giese. And Ben also mentioned like we definitely have to recognize here Javier Chiang as well. So Javier is the AI trainer instructor for GENEX, and for those of you on Facebook Live here viewing this, if you're interested to excel or further accelerate your genetic program through an AI instructor, when you have on-farm breeders, Javier and his team are awesome and helping you improve results. So congratulations, GENEX team. Also, of course, congratulations to Pleasant View Farms. And they're actually a new nominee. So they're new, all of a sudden ended up at the top here in the category over 2,000 cows. So well done. Now, the runner-up here, so the gold award goes to High Noon Dairy out of Texas. And you see a picture here. I think that must be the award that they got last year picture, or maybe that's a new award already. But they were a previous winner as well of a Genetics and Reproduction Award. So congrats, High Noon Dairy. And also congratulations to Kim Egan and the team working, the GENEX team working with High Noon Dairy. So, Kyle, back to you.
Absolutely outstanding. And I do believe you're right, Huub. I think that was a picture of last year's award for High Noon. So, I mean, congratulations to them again, and to Pleasant View, and a thank you to Ben Giese, Dr. Kim Egan for their nominations and all hard work they put in at those farms. What I think was kind of interesting. This was the first year that I had calculated these results, Huub, and to see the amount of passion that these consultants, these technicians and local sales staff have for being able to see their farms win, was how many responses I got after we announced the winners, just wondering how close was my farm? Where did we miss out on this award at? Because they were already looking a year ahead and saying, boy, man, I'm High Noon Dairy. How do I get back to platinum instead of gold this time? Or maybe I didn't quite get one and I'm not used to it. I'm going to come in next year. And just, it's neat to see the kind of passion they have for what they do and for trying to achieve those high results. But with that, let's go ahead. We should probably keep going. We'll jump into just 2 categories left. We've got international and we've got a heifer category. So I think we'll go ahead. We'll do the heifer category first, Huub, if you want to go ahead and announce those winners.
Yeah, thanks, Kyle. Yeah, another really fun categories. This is heifers. So these are heifer raisers that getting them pregnant and get the cows and either back to the farm where they'd be milked or elsewhere. And the platinum winner there is J. Mint's farm out of New York with the nominator Tim Mullins. So Tim is dairy account manager and a consultant. So congratulations to the Mint's farm with this outstanding result. And I think with maybe, if I'm not mistaken, Mint's farm is new to this as well. So a new nominee that got right to the top. So congratulations to you all. And the gold one, actually, this is one that we saw also on the category over 2,000 milking cows. Is for the heifer category runner-up, so a gold award for Pleasant View Farms out of Pennsylvania. So again, with Ben Giese and Javier Chiang, achieving these high-level results for Pleasant View Farms with their staff. So congratulations to all.
Yeah, congratulations, everybody. We'll see if Pleasant View keeps up these results. Javier and Ben might have to help them find some extra space on the wall to house all these awards down the road.
Yeah, sure.
But now this is fun. This is just the second year we're going to jump into an international category. We added it for the first time last year, and we saw our international teams dive right into it. I mean, they were excited to have their own category, and this year was no different. This category had hands down the most nominees in it, and we saw them from over a half a dozen countries, anywhere from China, Russia, Spain, Ecuador, Peru, and across the board. So, Huub, let's go ahead and recognize some of our outstanding international farms.
Yeah. So thanks, Kyle, and really nominations from many countries around the world, nearly all continents. Of course, Antarctica wouldn't be on there, but so we had Asian, Western European, Latin, and many different dairies being nominated. And so great to see the growing enthusiasm around the world through people that we work with, either in a retail setting in Latin America or through distributors in the rest of the world, and seeing the increased enthusiasm of a nomination. So very excited to share this year's winner. So this is the Platinum Award for Kilashevsky, and I trust that there's perfect pronunciation. But sorry, my apologies if I really butchered that name. But so agriculture production cooperative out of Russia, and with the nominator Andrei Andreev. And so Andrei works with our distributor in Russia. And so congratulations to you all. Really great result. I believe last year Kilashevsky dairy was just beaten by a Chinese dairy in this category. So this year they cranked it up a little more and took home the Platinum Award. So congratulations. And what's interesting, we have our international progressive herd consultants, and I'm pretty sure our consultants have a hand in this as well, working with these dairies and in making sure we get cows pregnant from as high genetics, and then we get calves born and with as short an interval as we can. And so really, so Bob Stratton is our country manager that works with these dairies a lot. And so congratulations to you as well. So the next one is also from Russia. So Rodevsko, sorry, dairy. And so you can see here some really beautiful picture there, traditional clothing. And so congratulations to you all. And Anna Zelenina nominated, and then Anna works with the our distributor in Russia as well. So again, I think that's a previous winner as well, this dairy. So continued results and very high level. So actually, I should have mentioned, well, that's fine. You don't need to put the slide back up, but David Ellis is the person, the
Huub.
progressive
Yep.
dairy or progressive herd consultant that is working with these international dairies and achieving these kind of level results. And so congratulations, David, to you as well. I'm sure you were partly responsible for having these awards going to Russia this year. So really, really excited to see that grow, not just stateside but also on the international side.
Yeah, it's been really exciting to see the international group just dive right into the Repro Awards, and I guarantee you're right. David Ellis definitely has a little something to do with both those awards going where they did last year. He is another fine example of some of our incredible team that we get to work with. I greatly enjoyed when he came and visited over in Wisconsin last summer and got to know him for about a half a day. Just what a wealth of knowledge. And what a diverse group. This was definitely one where I was happy that Huub was announcing names, though, with the pronunciations that were out there. But just congratulations to all of the nominees in the international group, the winners especially, and let's just keep growing that group as we go into next year.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, Kyle. I mean, it was a really pleasure and a privilege to be part of this announcement here today. Like I said, this is really core to our purpose, to our mission that we have as GENEX. You know, the genetics and reproduction, and helping farms around the world become more successful. And so, really happy with people like Kyle and all the other nominees and the GENEX teams out there, not just stateside but throughout the world, working 24/7 to improve results and get the kind of preg rates, service rates, and what have you that you've heard here today. So I would encourage you, if you're really interested, if you're interested in working with GENEX or getting to know more, reach out and then we can get that going. So.
Yeah, we'd be happy to get that going, and we'd be even more happy to help you get your name into this list of winners down the road.
Yeah.
With that, though, Huub, thanks for joining me and announcing some of these awards. With that, we're going to let everybody go. But before I do, thank you again to everybody that signed on, our members, customers, any of our GENEX staff. If you get a chance, if you happen to know some of these farms that you saw announced here today, go ahead and give them a congratulations. But thanks again, everybody. We will see you all again next year.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Kyle. Hey, actually, I want to use the